It is a piece of Americana. The steamboat has been key to our country's history for over 200 years. Invented in the 1700s, the steamboat single-handedly transformed transportation at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Everything changed, the way goods were traded and the way people traveled, making it easy for new settlers to get from town to town. In fact, the steamboat is directly responsible for settling every city along America's rivers.
The steamboat was the first opportunity to move cargo upriver, not just downriver. So the towns along the river became very significant, where they would port, sell their goods, pick up more goods, and travel on upriver again.
With the advent of modern transportation, America's steamboats became popular as a recreational pastime. Laid-back river cruises and steamboat races were among the activities treasured by scores of people. But the lifespan of an American steamboat was only 3 to 5 years, making it difficult to keep them in operation for long periods of time. And so America's fervor for the old paddle wheel fell by the wayside, all except for one. Known today as the Belle of Louisville, she is the world's oldest Mississippi River-style paddle wheel steamboat. Her rich history dates back to 1914, when she was known as the Idlewild, then later as the Avalon. In 1962, she was purchased by the city of Louisville and christened the Belle of Louisville. Today, she graciously allows passengers to ride on her shoulders, offering a glimpse of days gone by.
She's a living, operating museum. You don't have to go into a building to see her parts. You can come and sit and for 2 hours explore the whole vessel.
From the sounds of the calliope to the original tin ceiling, great attention was paid to the Belle's restoration. Most notable are her engines, which were taken from a retired steamer in 1914 and still operate today. In fact, the Smithsonian has requested permission to preserve these engines that date back to the 1890s, when they are no longer being used.
They asked for them 20 years ago, and they're still waiting for them, and we'll have to wait a long time. Our marine engineers tell us that if we care for the Belle and the way she's been cared for the last 97 years, she could easily have another 100 years ahead of her. So the engines will be a very significant part of history.
Often I think about things that I do during my job. This would probably be something that would have been done over 100 years ago. Same thing. I'm just continuing sort of a tradition of doing whatever activities I'm doing, say working on the engines. A lot of our techniques are the same as what they would have done over 100 years ago. So.
America's riverboat tradition is a symbol of opportunity and growth. Preserving this piece of history is crucial in remembering the settlement of our country's river cities. Nowhere is this heritage more evident than on these waters.
When I'm captain on board the Belle of Louisville, I can imagine the 1900s and just thinking of what it was like standing here at the helm. Every time we move, it's like history moving.
As her steam pipes blow and paddle wheel turns, the Belle of Louisville glides down the Ohio River in true steamboat fashion. As the oldest steam-powered vessel operating in the United States, she is the last of her kind. She is something to see. A ride on the Belle gives you an unequaled opportunity to experience American history firsthand.
I'm looking over here, there's just trees, right? There's nothing else there. It's probably a lot like what it would have been then. And the boat itself isn't that much different.
The Belle is quite the hostess. From private charters to school field trips, she accommodates everyone, as thousands of eager passengers board the Belle every year.
You know, they're going to see the things that they've read about and heard about, and it's going to make an impression upon them. But I think they'll also remember it as an important historical event in the U.S. history, which is what they spent a lot of time studying this year.
Louisvillians identify with a lot of our festivals that take place here. The Belle is front and center on many of those, especially when we have the big race against the Delta Queen. So most everybody's been to see that. It's a big part of our Derby festivities. But then it's part of people's lives growing up as well. It might be a prom or it might be a wedding, but whenever you go to the Bell, it's for a celebration, and good memories come out of that.
Louisvillians love the Bell, but the Bell also is a draw for people from all over the country. Last year alone, we had 49 states represented with passengers and 10 European countries. So people come into town to experience this wonderful vessel.
Earning more than 83% of her annual operating expenses, the staff works hard to keep the Bell as financially independent as possible through creative marketing strategies and increased customer satisfaction.
Well, I think it's important for any nonprofit would certainly understand that monies are hard to come by, particularly in today's market. The Bell, being an excursion boat, is able to subsidize herself up to 85%, and that's pretty unheard of in a nonprofit. Aesthetically, I think we've maintained her architecture in a truly beautiful way. But last year we had the honor of getting air conditioning on the Belle of Louisville, in her ballroom only, of course. And having a place to retreat to that's cool, or to enjoy your meal in a cool area, has meant a lot to the ridership.
Located at the Louisville Waterfront Park, the Bell is a convenient and affordable way to step back in time and enjoy an authentic piece of our country's history. So book a field trip, enjoy a relaxing cruise, or make her the venue for your next event. And remember, your donor dollars help to keep the Bell operating for generations to come. All aboard the Belle of Louisville. For more information, log on to belleoflouisville.org or call the number on your screen.